This here is the Moore GTRS W900. It's a headless guitar with a bunch of techie crap inside it, and if you've been watching the channel for, well, I don't know, a little over 2 months, then you'll definitely have seen it before on here. Moore sent this guitar to me for a bit of a sponsored review video, but I only ended up making that video because right after they sent it to me, I spent a solid week with it before I even turned the camera on once, and I was very impressed. If you want to watch the review I made on this particular one, the link is going to be in the description or it's going to be linked in the end card on this video. But this particular one is not the focal point of this video, because I was sent this thing direct from Moore. They had absolute complete control over exactly which one they sent to me because I didn't buy it for a review from, say, a dealer like Thomann or Sweetwater. And that fact alone will understandably make some people skeptical of reviews, and quite frankly it makes me skeptical of my own review because while I now know that Moore is definitely capable of making an amazing instrument that I play every single day, that doesn't mean that every single one that leaves the factory is like this one. So obviously there was only one rational thing to do here. And that is to buy a second one under a fake name to an address that isn't mine. Now, should you by chance be a fan of Glenn Fricke, then you might have noticed that yes, this is kind of his format. He somewhat introduced it to the guitar world and he calls it stealth buy, but I explicitly and personally asked him for permission to steal it and he said it's fine as long as I use a different name. So, welcome to Clandestine Gear Acquisition, Episode 1. So let me back up the camera a bit, and let's crack this baby open. Hi, didn't see you there. Do you like winning prizes? Hey, so do I. We have so much in common. Listen, you didn't hear this from me, alright? But apparently, these inspirational Donut Man t-shirts available through shop.sixstring.tv are on sale for $17 a piece right now, and the next 25 people who buy one will automatically be entered into a raffle to win one of these Walrus Audio Fundamental Drive pedals. This is really confidential stuff, but theoretically, if you wanted a chance to win a really cool prize and look really sharp and support one of your favorite creators all at the same time, you could go to shop.sixstring.tv or through the link in the description, but, you know, shh. Alright, let's see what Moore has to offer when they don't know you're a reviewer. Now, I feel like I should mention that after this video, this thing goes back to Thomann regardless of how good or bad it is, because if it's bad, I don't want it because it's bad, and if it's good, I don't want it because I have a good one right there. I don't need this thing, I don't need two of the same guitar. This is a video for you, in case you're one of the people who's skeptical about paid gear reviews and the legitimacy of a review of a guitar that you don't get from a dealer, but straight from the person who makes it. Person who makes it. Why did I say manufacturer, dumbass? Alright. Unboxing experience kind of sucks so far. I'm not sure what this is. Alrighty. There it is. The moment of truth. You guys get to see it first. It's wrapped in plastic, just like the one that I got. I mean, positive right off the bat, I guess, is this gig bag is exactly the same gig bag that I got, quality-wise and, you know, design-wise. They don't send their premium gig bags to reviewers and then you chums get those little cheap ones that come with Amazon guitars. Let's crack her open! Moment of truth. Huh. Hold on. Oh, Warwick Music Distribution, everyone's favorite company. Yeah, they still did the thing where they attach the tag to the string, so you can only take this off. Oh no, it just left. Okay, didn't come off on my guitar. And here it is, the Moore GTRS W900. Let me gather some visual first impressions for a second. Okay, so this one to my right is the one that I've had the entire time, that I've reviewed, that I love, and that I will keep forever. And this one to my left is the one that I just bought. Some visual first impressions here are that if you switched my guitar out for this one at night and I came into my studio in the morning to play, I would not have noticed a single thing. This is the same guitar. Perhaps the roasted maple neck wood grain is a little bit nicer on the one that I had the entire time, but that's not really something they have control over. And let's be real, also not very relevant. I know looks is 75% of playing guitar, but come on. Bodies are the same. Initially I thought that this new one had a slightly bigger blue to purple ratio in the finish, but it absolutely doesn't. This is the same guitar 1-to-1. Fuck. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got them. I got you. Ha! I think it's time to get the balloon. Alright, so I'm holding the new one right now. Alright, so I'm holding the new one right now, and I've got this balloon here, and the reason I had to go get the balloon is A, because I do that for every guitar review, but also because one of the things that I was most impressed by with the one that I reviewed in that video a couple months ago was the fretwork. It was immaculate, it was beautiful, and one of the reasons for that is that right here on the edge of the fretboard where the side dots are, you can't see the fret ends. But regardless of that, I feel some discrepancy here. While I'm pretty sure that this still isn't going to pop the balloon, that doesn't mean it's as good as the original one. And by the way, I've really been raising the bar with this balloon test recently by getting the air pockets that are made of recycled plastic, and all that means is that this is extra thin and flimsy, and I wouldn't actually see this surviving a shipping situation that it's made for. Just for reference, here is the original one. This is the one that I've had for a while. Dude, I'm scrubbing it, right? Nothing. Not a scratch on the bastard. Now here is the new guitar, and again, while I don't think this is going to pop it, it might slice into it ever so slightly, or at least it doesn't feel as good on your fingers, even if it doesn't break the balloon. I'm scrubbing just as hard as I did on the other. Oh, there's a leak. Yep. It sprung a leak, boys. And this was just the one side. Other side, new balloon. This side's fine. Now, again, I'm not saying that this is anywhere near as bad as, say, that Schecter Sun Valley Super Shredder from like a year or two ago. That thing ruined my hands. I bled after I played that shit. This thing is nowhere near as bad. I could play an entire stadium tour with this thing without complaining. It is just noticeably worse in fretwork when I have the one that they sent me to compare it to. Now, do I think that this is intentional? I don't know. Because while I'm sure that they do put a lot of care into the products that the average consumer gets, I'm also very sure that if they do have control over what they send to me direct from the manufacturer, they will send me the best ones they have. Much unlike Fishman here, who a week before release of these pickups sent me a set with the bridge pickup fried out of the box. Now, a thing I forgot to do when I opened the box, so now it seems a little disingenuous, but I promise I haven't touched the tuning pegs or even played a single note on this thing yet. Is it in tune? It is in tune! I love that. Now, one thing that I noticed overall is, well, with this one, which is my guitar, is that, as I said, the wood grain, like back here on the roasted maple neck, is quite a bit nicer, and then it's quite a bit nicer on the, I think it's a rosewood fretboard as well. So that's cosmetic, and it really doesn't matter, and that definitely doesn't mean that they picked this one out for me because it looks nicer or anything. The finish, again, is absolutely flawless on both. If anything, it's a little sparklier on this one. I tested the Bluetooth connectivity as well, because if you didn't know, that's kind of the selling point of this guitar, is that it's a smart guitar, it has like amp sims built into it and everything. So yeah, that works perfectly fine. Obviously, that's going to sound exactly the same no matter which model you buy or no matter the build quality of it. I'm just going to plug both into an amp and play some riffs real quick to see if that works out. Worked out just fine, sounded the same, obviously, same pickups, you can't tell the difference, I can't tell the difference, everything is fine and dandy. So, to close this video out, let's say this one is a 10 out of 10, which I would give it, because this is the best example of this guitar that I can possibly imagine. There is nothing about it that I would improve. That is on the actual guitar side, of course. On the software side, I would make some tweaks if I were in charge, but that's not what this is about, because this is about the actual guitar as a guitar. Because when I play this thing every day, which I do, I don't use the app and the amp simulators. I plug it into one of my big amps because that's just way more fun, and it's a great guitar without the software side as well. So with that out of the way, if this is the best example of this guitar that exists, if this is a 10 out of 10, I give this an 8.5. Genuinely, if you want one, buy them. Links in the description for Thomann. It's fantastic. In fact, obviously Moore doesn't know I'm making this video. That's kind of, the point of using a fake name and address to buy it. I'm going to give them a little pat on the back and send it to them after it's done, because they deserve it. They make fantastic instruments, and I can't wait to work with them in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon members. Their names are listed right here. Patreon is $5 a month for extra exclusive content, this and that. I just posted another exclusive video as of recording this. All the links in the description, merch in the description, social media. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, and I'll see you around.